Steve Cal USC tomorrow? Where is it?
Here.
You going?
Yeah.
Are you?
With Chris Allen.
Oh, hell no.
Are we on? Hello and welcome to
number 6,
Torrance, North Torrance. San Marino and North Torrance tied at 7-7. Steve Tull with Mitch Lehman. Mitch, we got a late start here primarily because traffic was bad, surprisingly, coming from San Gabriel Valley down to Torrance.
Yeah, surprisingly, when you play a 7 o'clock game in Torrance on Friday of a 3-day weekend. So, yeah, a big shock that we had a lot of traffic. And we were here barely before the game, but Jasmine Lee is here, our producer, and Jasmine was on the cheerleader bus, and that took a long time to get here. So San Marino, as Steve said, it is tied at 7-up. San Marino's first drive, they took the opening kickoff, went straight downfield, about an 8-10 yard drive. I wasn't paying too much attention. And then we kicked off to Torrance. This is North High School in Torrance. And that was a very short drive, like 4 or 5 plays, and they were the end zone. You're going to see a very good running back when they get the ball back. Number 23, not like you're seeing a very good running back in white, number 24, who is Bo Hobby. So the scene is 3:02 left to go first quarter. 7-7, Titans have the ball at the, where are we? About the 9-yard line of North High School. So here is Connor Short, the quarterback. Short will keep it. Short is into the end zone. Lucky fans, their first play of the night is a touchdown, 9-yard run by Short.
And a great read by Short, but there's a flag down. But that says the key tonight is going to be his reads. We'll see if this is going to be the same problem that we've had before.
So the penalty is going to nullify a nice 9-yard touchdown run by Connor Short. It'll be 10 yards from where the spot of the infraction took place. And they're moving all the way back to the 21-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd down and 20 is my guess from the 21.
The 21-yard line.
The announcer here is somewhat interesting. He thinks he's doing the game for ESPN, so you'll have to excuse us.
So the Titans have the ball. 3rd and 20. Short throws to Wheeler Smith. Smith makes a move. Smith down to about the 8-yard line, but he'll be short of the first down. And that's going to bring up 4th down and about 7 from the 8-yard line.
It's going to be 1st and about, or 3rd and about 4. But San Marino in a 4-down territory right now. They've been moving the ball pretty well, so obviously this is a good call.
So they're going on 4th down. And I had this wrong, 4th and about 3. So Short will take the shotgun snap. I had the wrong spot. To Hobby. Hobby caught in the backfield. And the Saxons hold. And the North High will take over at about the 7-yard line.
And really, this is a game where it's going to be a shootout like this as it has been so far. So you want to stay ahead, just like we tried to last week and eventually got there after some good play at the beginning of the second half. So now the challenge is stopping number 23, Bradford. Bradford's an interesting running back because half the time he's hard to bring down, half the times he'll go down with an arm contact.
Flayless is the quarterback and Bradford is the running back. He's to Flayless' right. Now he moves over to his left. Bradford wears number 23. There's the handoff to him up the middle. And Bradford not coming down, and he will have a 1st down. Finally brought down by number 16, Seth Matsumoto. 1st down, Saxon.
And their offensive line goes with really wide splits, Mitch, and that gives them the opportunity to find a little more room. And so the linebackers are going to have to read the hole quickly and get it. He's running actually very well right now.
1 minute, 47 seconds left to go. First quarter, 7-7. Saxons have the ball after stopping San Marino on downs. And there's another handoff to Bradford, and he will go right between the tackles. He'll get a few yards on the play before he's brought down by number 90, Charlie Daves, and also on the play is number 16, Seth Matsumoto. 5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
North is 8-2, coming off an overtime victory over Orange last week. San Marino 9-1-1, coming off a victory by 1 point over Segerstrom. So both teams in tough battles last week, and obviously came into this game ready to try to blow each other out, but that's not going to happen.
Fuelas is the quarterback. Bradford is to his left. That's the near side. Here's Fuelas is going to run this one. Cuts it to his left. Cuts it outside. He'll have a first down and more. Finally brought down by number 8, Wheeler Smith, but it's going to be a first down for the Saxons.
We're getting actually no upfield push from our line right now, which allows them to slide down the line and find the opening. So we've got to do a better job getting in, getting pressure, either holding them up and forcing the ball further outside, letting our linebackers and defensive backs come up and make the tackle. We're not just doing that right now.
First down for North High School. Ball is at the 28-yard line, their own 28. Clock stopped because the runner went out of bounds. 53 seconds left to play first quarter. Motion towards the boundary. Handoff to Bradford. Bradford will get a couple yards on the play, but we're getting a big cheer if it's only a 3 or 4 yard gain. Ethan Lainez, number 34, and Charlie Daves combined on the stop. Gain of 2 yards, second down and 8.
And you notice that time we got some push on the line. We forced some linemen back in, and so it closes down the opportunities for Stephen. And actually watch him because he could be very chippy during the game, and I think they want to try to get in his head any way they can.
Okay. There's the inside scoop from Stephen Talt. Quarterback Fuelas pitches to Bradford, and Bradford, runs over a Titan. Bradford heading downfield, 40, 30-yard line before he's run out of bounds, and he hit Jackson Wendling, and Wendling went down like a shot, and that got the student section over there all riled up. First down, North High School.
Boy, he laid a hit. He just lowered his shoulder and piled him, and nobody was there to back it up. But they're playing the Saxons are playing with a lot of motivation right now. And San Marino's going to have to step it up defensively if we want to stay in this game. Look at there, 7 seconds left, 7-7.
And I think, there you go. Steve had 3 sevens, and he just got on his phone and bought a lottery ticket. And that will end the first quarter play, 7-7. But the Saxons are driving.
First quarter with your score tied at 7 apiece.
Score.
Well, this is a challenge. It's each team is looking for a way to stop who we all knew they were going to get the ball. Butch Hobby on the Saxons are trying to focus on Butch Hobby. We've got to focus on their running back. And right now, we're not doing a very good job of it.
Steve, it's kind of warm. I think the smoke from the fire at Malibu is meeting the fumes from the oil refinery. It's just kind of stopped right here.
Yeah, and I didn't bring my umbrella in case it starts to rain.
Acid rain.
Acid rain. Men and women who keep our public school students safe, well-fed, and ready to learn. CSEA is honored to partner with DCIF, as together we work to enhance the lives of all students. For more information, please visit www.csea.com.
Well, penalties stopped the last drive for San Marino. If you notice, the Saxons aren't being called for any penalties. So they're playing a very good, very strict game right now.
Spalding is the official football of DCIF Southern Section. Spalding, true to the game.
First down and 10 after the long run by Bradford. Bradford is next to the quarterback. Fuelas, they give it to him right up the middle. He's going to go. Touchdown, Stephen Bradford.
There is a penalty.
And Steve did see a penalty flag. And look at Chris Wick saying, hey, penalty. And the guy held me, too.
Well, so maybe I should say nice things about the Saxons all during the game, and it'll come back to bite them.
So that is going to go against the Saxons, who played the Irish's fight song we hear.
Yeah, they marched out in the field with it.
Holding is indicated against the Saxons, and that moves the ball all the way back to the 40-yard line. It's going to be first and 20, but the way this guy runs, I don't think the distance really matters that much.
No, and we're playing a 5-man front, if you notice, because Wendling's playing up. We're playing tight on all the receivers. They don't throw the ball over the middle a lot. They like to throw the ball to the outside of the hash marks.
And Mike Hobby's exact words, wait till you see 23 run the ball. And, boy, that prediction has come true. First and 20 for the Saxons. Hand off to Bradford. Cuts it up, and he'll get about 4 yards on the play before he is stood up by number 4, Chris Wick. And that will be a, wow,
Taken down by number 4, Chris Wick.
gain of 3 yards and brings up second down and 17.
Saxon's at the 37-yard
He
line.
averaged 8.6 yards a carry.
Ugh.
And he has over 1,500 yards coming into this game. Bo Hobby, by the way, in 8 games, 2 less games, had more yardage than he did and averaged about 10 yards a carry.
Well, there you go.
Down and 17.
I'm going to laugh all night long at this PA announcement.
Yeah, it's a little over the top. Second down and 17 for the Saxons. 11:05 to go. First half. Wayless throws downfield, incomplete. Good coverage on the play by number 4, Chris Wick.
There's a flag, though, on the play. That's their favorite receiver, Diorcio. He's got 41 receptions coming into tonight's game. So they're going to call defensive holding, it looks like, on San Marino.
And that is going to go against San Marino, as you said.
Chris Wick on the coverage.
And I wonder if that was on Wick when the
Third down, Saxons.
receiver made the turn, because it's kind of an out-go. And maybe Wick is the one caught holding. Did you see anything else?
No, I think he's misreading the thing because I think Wheeler Smith was on him the whole time.
No, that was
Was it Wick?
Yes, it was. From his linebacker spot. So Smith is out there now, but it was Wick on coverage. So is that an automatic first down?
No, it is not.
Okay.
I learned that the hard way, thinking that it was a defensive holding. That would be the situation certainly in pro football, but it's not in high school football.
Second down and 7 for the Saxons, and they will snap it from the 27-yard line. Titan fans, oh man, that was Bo Perez almost jumped across the line of scrimmage, and there is Bradford again. And Bradford will have another first down, tripped up by Charlie Daves. Also in on the play is number 34, Ethan Lainez.
They're just playing smash mouth football, running the ball right up the gut against us, and we have to make an adjustment because we're not doing it right now.
Yep, they're not pretending to do anything else, and Mike Hobby giving Bo Perez a earful as he has the entire game. Still working him. First and 10 for the Saxons. Ball is at the 16-yard line. Pitch to Bradford. Bradford around the right side, and he will be hit. But, boy, he just goes forward, Steve.
Yeah, he does.
He gets hit, and he just goes very much forward. Nevin Yaramati and Chris Wick on the stop. Also on the play was number 44, Mason Dawes, but that's a gain of 8 yards, second down and 2.
Well, we just have to do a better job doing our assignments.
Hand off to Bradford again, and Bradford will be hit, but he'll be very close to the first down. Tackle made by number 90, Charlie Daves, also getting up off the stack. That is number 72, Karush Hasibi.
Number 72, Karush Hasibi.
No gain, third down and 2.
Well, it's interesting. They tried to run the ball a little outside. We're able to get upfield and make the tackle. My bet is they're going to run right up the gut again. Until we stop them, why not?
Clock running, 9:27 to go. First half, rather. Tied at 7, but the Saxons are on the move. The Titans were held on their second series, and this is Fuelas, and he will be short of the first down. Nice play by the San Marino defense.
On the quarterback keeper.
And that is Seth Matsumoto, and that will bring up 4th and 2. No gain, very short gain on the play.
And a good play by the defense. They stayed home there, didn't allow the fake to generate any excessive movement on. They did their job, and it ended up as a tackle. So they're gonna bring in the kick team.
Well, I don't know. These just look like giant guys.
Oh, they use a wildcat a lot.
Yeah, they just brought in some gigantic guys, like the biggest guys on the roster.
Yeah, this is their wildcat formation.
And now Bradford's going to take the snap from center, and we've got a penalty, and I think it's too much time.
Yeah, so they'll probably bring the regular offense back in now. But they run a wildcat. Actually, they run it a lot, Mitch, just the straight snap to 23, and they ran it pretty effectively. So now
they're saying that the Saxons got a timeout called before the penalty.
Well, how did that happen?
Yeah, I don't know.
This is not pro football.
Yeah, the referee picked up the flag and waved it and says that Penalty's not going to
is the exclusive catch maker,
happen.
DCIF Southern Section.
So that will move the ball back to the 9-yard line, and it'll be 4th down and 2 once again.
Well, I'd like to know how they did it. You know, a lot of times you'll see that happening in college and professional football. Well, they'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but I never see that effectively work at the high school level.
So timeout for North High School. I like this. It says North High School Saxon, so I have no excuse for calling them the wrong team. On the facing of the bleachers across the way, and this is Bradford. Penalty marker on the field. Late penalty as Bradford is into the end zone, but that might come back.
Yeah, now they're going to end up 4th in a bundle because that's in the holding call area.
Holding indicated against North, and that will move them back. 10 yards from the penalty, so that'll be at about the 20-yard line.
And they're not picking that one up, Mitch.
No. And here we go. They need to get down to about the 7, so that'll bring up 4th and 13.
Well, they're going to stick with the Wildcat formation right now, which surprises me. I thought that they would throw the ball downfield, but now you have to be careful because I believe he's thrown the ball before.
Okay.
And so they're going to rotate back in the regular offense.
So as Steve said, here comes the regular offense, and the quarterback is Fuelas, number 13. I don't think they're going to get this playoff. I don't think there's any way. And the official looking at his clock. Hand goes up. They got about 3 seconds left, 2 seconds left, and they got it off. Fuelas back to throw. Looks into the end zone. Intercepted by San Marino. And that is number 13, Seth Matsum. Oh, I think back. Jake Leftwich. And the Titans have the football.
And so both teams go right up against the brinkmanship defensively, and both come away. The Titans on the turnover and the Saxons on the turnover down. So San Marino, the difference is this will move the ball out to the 20 for San Marino.
So a nice play by Jake Leftwich, kind of a wounded duck of a pass. And Leftwich with the presence of mind to down the ball after a couple extra steps he didn't need to take. But whatever the case, the Titans have it 1st and 10. Short, so one of them went the wrong way, and Short is going to be dropped right at the 20-yard line. Short looked to his left. Hobby had gone to Short's right. So there really was no one to read on that play. Short did the right thing by just falling down on the football.
Well, and he didn't know it because he's looking at his read man, which he thought is on the left side of the line. And in the middle, Bo Hobby's running on the right side.
Yeah.
So it didn't quite work out for the Titans.
And Mike Hobby scratching his head, wondering what went wrong on that play. 2nd down and 10. Motion man is Richardson. Going to throw is Short. Has a man over the middle. This is Wick. I take that back. This is Smith. Wheeler Smith. 10, 5. Touchdown, San Marino. Wheeler Smith.
Boy, I tell you, Mitch, that pass was right on the money. He only had one guy to beat, and he scooted over from him, and then he's gone. Wheeler Smith, one of the faster guys on this team, along with Jake Lefkowitz and Sean Richardson, and obviously Bo Hobby. He got just that tiny break and took off. But that's the focus so much is inside on Bo Hobby. It'll open up some of those passing lanes that it did in that instance.
70 yards and a San Marino touchdown. Jordan Evans on to attempt the extra point. Wendling will snap. Short will hold. The kick is up, and it is good. Not a lot of extra room, but it's through the uprights, and the score is San Marino 14, North High School 7.
Sometimes Evans will hit the ball, kick the ball too low, or it's on a slant. We've seen that, and he's only a sophomore. This is his first year kicking on varsity, but there's sometimes where he just gets it on, looking for that pitch and roll, as opposed to the drive right to the green.
Kind of like a golfer will say, you know what? I don't care if it's a 2-foot putt and the ball rolls around, hangs on the lip. I don't care how ugly it looks, as long as it goes in the hole. That's your shot, and that's the way I feel about extra points. Let them go through.
Tomorrow morning when they look at it, it's a point.
Exactly. It's a point. It can lay on the crossbar and wobble back and forth. And
It can hit all three of them.
Exactly. Goes on the other side. It's all that matters. Titans will kick off. 7:35 to go first half. San Marino leads 14-7. And is that Bradford back there on the return? It is. That's Stephen Bradford. And Bradford will get the ball to about the 30-yard line before he's brought down. Nice play defensively by number 22, Bo Perez, on the special teams. Ethan Lainez also in on the tackle. And the Saxons will have decent field position at the 32-yard line.
Well, we just need guys to do their job right now.
32-yard line.
And put another hold, just like we did last week, where we were able to develop some separation at the end of the first half with 7.5 minutes left.
7:29 to go. Fuelas is the quarterback. Stephen Bradford is the tailback. They hand to Bradford up the middle, and he'll get a few yards on the play. Nice play by Jackson Wenling. Wenling, who was hit hard by Bradford earlier, he gets a little bit of a opportunity right back at him. Gain of 5 yards, and that's going to be, I take that back, 4 yards. Second down and 6.
Well, good job by the defense that time, starting to fill those holes in the middle. You got to fill the gaps, and it just takes playing whatever game system they set up for them.
Fuelas throws, has a man out of the backfield. That'll be a first down, or very close to a first down. Good job by Jake Leftwich defensively. Also in on the play is Sean Richardson. And that's going to be short of the first down. I take it back. That'll be 3rd down and 2.
A lot of bows in this game.
Plenty of bows.
So they're
3rd down and 1. I take that back. Go ahead, Steve.
And they're going with their Wildcat.
So Bradford, number 23, will take the snap. They bring in 2 fullbacks in front of him. Bradford right up the middle, veers it off to the right. Bradford has room. Bradford may go. No flags. Touchdown North. Bradford goes 59 yards. Touchdown. Wow.
Bradford read that quickly. Just kind of it's one of those runs where he just looks for the hole and slides along the offensive line. That side, it was on the outside, and he was gone.
Steve, the only hope San Marino has, I think, is this guy gets tired. Because he does kickoffs, he runs the ball, he's playing the shotgun quarterback as well.
I'm tired.
Yeah, so that's our only hope, is that this guy really wears out.
Well, I've seen him on tape, and at times he just doesn't run that hard, but tonight he's going full-on blast.
Mike Hobby said that about the guy from Los Altos, and the kick is up, and it is good. Score is 14-14.
Extra point is up and good. With 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter, you score tied at 14 apiece.
Well, we've got to figure that out, because right now whatever we're doing is not working. They have scored quickly. It's like watching the Rams, where bam, 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 and suddenly they're not taking too much time on the clock.
Mike Hobby is out on the field past the numerals, and he had a couple words for Sean Richardson. Not sure what that was all about, but maybe he says that was Sean's responsibility to come up and contain the run. They put 2 big fullbacks in front of Bradford, and he just ran to the right of them and veered off tackle and was basically untouched, 59 yards.
And what they do is they set them a little bit to the right. So they're not, and it's not like a typical fullback situation, but they set him a little to the right, and he just reads wherever the hole is.
And here's the kick, and that will be taken by Richardson at the 9-yard line. Richardson straight up the field. Richardson, and he will be brought down at the 31-yard line. 22-yard return by Richardson. First down, San Marino.
Number 12, Sean Richardson on the kick return.
Well, the good thing is the San Marino team is an experienced team. We have 20 seniors out on that, not necessarily on the field on this team. And so when it comes to halftime, making the necessary adjustments, they're going to be able to do that.
6 minutes and 34 seconds left to go in the first half. 14-14. Titans have the ball at the 31-yard line. Tight formation for San Marino. Motion man now is Leftwich. They give to Leftwich. Tries to cut it up, and Leftwich will be strung out, and he will actually lose a yard on the play. That'll bring up second down and 11.
Yeah, he had one opportunity, and that was inside. He didn't take it, tried to kick it back outside, and he ran into a couple Saxons.
No gain on the play. Second down.
They're going to say that Leftwich made it back to the line of scrimmage, so it'll be second down and 10. Now they line up heavy to the right. No running back near short. Bo Hobby is slot left. That's on the bottom of your screen. Now Hobby goes in motion, and Short's going to keep it up the middle. Connor Short, and he will get 7 yards on the play out to the 38-yard line, and that'll be third down and a very makeable 3 yards.
Connor Short is making some excellent reads tonight on that play, reading where they're set up and able to pick up some big yards that way. Every run he's had has been about 7 yards. He's brought us into a 3rd and shorter situation.
Okay, here we go. 3rd down and 3, tied up. 5:22 to go. This game going very quickly, Steve. A lot of running. So,
well, and complete passes as well.
Exactly. This is Richardson, the motion man, and they hand off to Hobby. Hobby's going to be dropped after no gain on the play. Wow. I thought they had the defense veering towards the fake to Richardson, and Hobby gets tripped up the line of scrimmage. 4th and 3.
Well, we're going to have to punt here inside our own 40. You didn't want to do that.
4th down, San Marino.
Steve,
just
their
under
punt
5
return man. Stephen Bradford. So we call him Stephen Bradford.
I'm going to call him Stephen Baldwin.
Okay, there you go. Stephen Barraza in punt formation. Good snap. Barraza gets off a good kick. It's a sort of wobbly, takes a Saxon's bounce, but there's nothing wrong with that as long as Bradford doesn't handle it. Doesn't matter if we lose a couple yards on the exchange. First down, North High School at the 35-yard line.
First down, Saxons.
Yeah, very interesting game. Each team with a big stop, each team with 14 points, each team with their primary running backs doing a good job. Stephen Bradford.
Stephen Bradford.
No, I think he screws that up. It's Stephen. That's Stephen.
That can be Stephen.
No, it isn't. It's got an A. Look at I'm Stephen.
First
okay,
down,
there you
Saxons
go.
at the 35-yard hand
35-yard line.
Yard line.
Line. I didn't know line was a 4-syllable word. Handoff to Bradford, and Bradford has running room, and Wick will bring him down, or Bradford will bring Wick down, however you want to say it. Gain of 4 yards.
He's
He's
getting to the second level every time.
Every time.
And Wick's going to have a lot of tackles, and you don't want to see that.
3 yards on the play, 2nd and 7.
And he has still not been either dropped or pushed backwards. He is always getting extra yards after contact.
Right.
Running downhill, as they say. 4-yard gain, 2nd down and 6. And we're considering a 4-yard gain to be a big stop. Bradford will have about 7 yards on that, about 5 yards. He'll be short of the first down.
Number 23 is Stephen Bradford.
But he brings the ball out to the 44-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd down and about a yard.
44.
And now they're going to go into Wildcat because we have not shown the ability. Now watch their 2 linebackers set up this time just left.
Yeah, they're veered to the left, and this is going to be Bradford going to the left, and he'll be brought down. He might be short of the first down. I don't know. Karusha Sebi and Ethan Lainez combined on the tackle, and he got enough for the first down. Wow, that would have been a big play.
And Mason Dawes is out there complaining about how he's being held, and they're going to stick with that Wildcat.
So Bradford stays in. 3 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in the first half, 14-14. Bradford going to run to his left this time through the line of scrimmage, brought down by Wheeler Smith, and that's going to be 11 yards and another first down.
Well, Smith tried to strip the ball there, but boy, I tell you, one of the issues is we have 11 guys up on the line, and if he gets through that first situation, that first line of defense, he's gone.
Bradford off right tackle, and Wick will hang on. About a 3-yard gain, maybe 2. Also went on the play, number 17, Jackson Wendling. We'll call it a...
Now, see, that time you said Wick, and it was actually Wheeler Smith that made the tackle. So their numbers are hard to tell, and they're built pretty similar.
So gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
They've gone to back to their regular offense. I say regular. Looks like they don't have Smith in there now, I guess, unless is he in a slot position?
No, he's on the far side. Their numbers are hard to tell. They're different. He's lined up man-to-man on 13, who's the quarterback.
Now,
so Fuelas, the quarterback, was in a wide receiver position, and it looked like we jumped, so that'll be a 5-yard penalty.
Yeah, and really, if you watch enough of their tape, they do that all the time, and you just have to be more patient. Both Linez and Daves jumped off sides.
And now they come back to what I think is this their regular offense? No, this is the short yardage offense again. So Bradford will take the Wildcat snap. And they're going to line up heavy to the right. That's to our side. 2:01 left to play, first half, 14-14. Saxon's trying to get a score. Ball is fumbled by Bradford. And Bradford is back at the 50-yard line. So that's a huge play for San Marino. Big loss of 12 yards. And that's going to bring up third down and 15. Wow, that's a nice break.
Yeah, and good hustle by the Titans and getting on him right away. He just the snap was there. It was able for him to get him, but he just kind of took his eyes off the ball.
So third down and 14 for the Saxons. Fuelas back in at quarterback. Going to roll to his left, looking downfield, fires, has a man over the middle, and it's short. And nice defense by Jake Leftwich. If that was thrown as long as he could have, that would have been caught, but came underneath, and Leftwich was able to defend, and it looks like the Saxons are going to bring on their punt team.
Well, and always be attention with a $1:15 left. But the ball on the 50 or near the 50, he likes to roll left, and a lot of times he throws up a sloppy pass like that.
Good kick that's kind of with the wind, and that is a fair catch by Sean Richardson. 1:09 to go. Titans have 80 yards to try to go into the locker room with the lead.
Their punter is interesting because he looks like it's kind of unorthodox the way he punts it. He doesn't seem that comfortable punting it, but he does a very effective job.
That's right, until he actually kicks the ball, and then it goes pretty high and pretty far. First and 10, San Marino. Ball's at the 20-yard line. Titans take 3 receivers to the right. Hobby will now come slot to the left. And Connor Short is the quarterback. He wears number 10. Motion man is Hobby. They fake to him. Short back to pass. Looking downfield. Intended for Leftwich. Incomplete. And Leftwich had about a half a step on his man. But then he seemed like he was being held a little bit, Steve.
Well, I don't know. He stopped. I think kind of just slowed down, and it didn't. It appeared to me to be no hold. He read it a little differently, and by the time he regrouped, the ball was by him. So he thought he might have had to defend on that.
Yeah, second down and 10. Double wide, double slot. Hobby is behind Short. 1:02 left to go, first half, 14-14. Ooh, a little bit of a snare draw, as they used to call it, is Short, kind of a Statue of Liberty where he puts the ball behind his back. Bo takes it out of his hands, and he's going to get only 2 yards on the play. That'll be third down and 8.
We've run that about 3 times this year, and it's kind of a fun play to watch, although that time it wasn't that effective. So he decides to use Hobby decides to use a timeout here.
So kind of a cheeky call by the Saxons, thinking they might get the ball back, as San Marino might be in a passing situation. Third down and 8 with.
Oh, did they call the timeout?
Yeah, they called it. So I think that's them thinking they might get the ball back.
Well, then that's a good use of the timeout.
CCPLA with 30,000 members.
I don't see the timeouts effectively listed. I think we have 8 timeouts according to their board.
I think we do. Beautiful night here in Torrance, California, Steve. Home of the Beach Boys, right, from Torrance?
I think you're right. I mean, because Redondo Beach is obviously right down the street from us.
like none of the Beach Boys surfed, which is kind of interesting.
Nor did I, Mitch.
Exactly.
That shouldn't come as a surprise
Well,
to anybody.
yeah.
I body surfed quite well.
But they wrote a lot of surf songs. I don't think you've done that. Going to throw downfield, incomplete, intended for Wheeler Smith, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Incomplete, intended for number 8, Wheeler
He
Smith.
had a step, and he unloaded it well, but it was incomplete.
Sure did.
Fourth down,
Just about
San
2
Marino.
yards overthrown. It'll be fourth down for San Marino, and maybe that timeout will work. This is what they wanted, was with San Marino in a passing situation. They wanted to bank on the incomplete, and they're going to get the ball back. Bam Bam Barraza will punt. He's at about the 10-yard line when he strikes it. And that is Bradford deep. He'll collect it at the 40-yard line. Going to angle to his left, and Bradford
block in the
upfield.
back.
Bradford 50-yard line. Bradford 40 in the open field. Bradford 20, and he's knocked out of bounds. No penalties, I don't believe. And
Number 23, Stephen Bradford.
he called him Steven that time.
Yeah.
And they will have good field position at the 20-yard line with 33 seconds left to go.
Well, and they missed a block in the back that opened up a lane on the outside. Went uncalled, but I tell you, when he gets the wind behind him, he's gone, isn't he?
Yeah, he sure is. First and 10, Saxons, ball at the 20-yard line.
I think they have one timeout left or two.
I'm not sure. 40
They have
yards.
one or zero. I'm not sure.
Okay. 40 yards on the return for Bradford. First down at the 20-yard line. Fuelas wants to throw over the middle. Intercepted. Why do you do that? Wow.
I've seen him on tape make some bad decisions. He had the guy open along the, not necessarily open, but more open on the hash mark, and he decided to go deep. And
First down, San Marino at the 20-yard line.
Man, my question, much more general, why do you throw the ball with Stephen Bradford with a full head of steam at the 20-yard line? Give him a couple chances to run
at least
in.
one if you got a timeout.
Man, that's astonishing, but we'll take it. Here's Bo Hobby. Maybe Bo will make him pay for the interception. Hobby looks like he got a face mask, and he's down at the 33-yard line. Gain of
24, Bo Hobby
14 yards. First down, San Marino. Nice run by Hobby.
We're going to get up there right away, but their clock is driving me crazy.
14 yards on the run. First down, San Marino at the 34-yard line.
They're going to go for one more play.
Short to throw. Fades back, looking outside to Wheeler Smith, and that is out of bounds, and that'll bring up second down. 3 seconds left. Time for one more play.
My guess is it's going to be a handoff to Bo Hobby.
Alexander.
And see what he can do with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Second down, San Marino.
If I were North High School, I'd put Bradford at free safety right now. Well, I just don't get why you go to the end zone after that, and Hobby is down, gain of a yard, and that will end the first half of play. 14-14, right back where we started from.
Well, it is, Mitch. It's been a very interesting first half because both teams have looked very impressive at times and then make huge mistakes. So the Titans penalties killed them on a drive, and it did on the Saxons as well. So we'll see what the second half brings us.
14-14, we'll be back with the second half of play. Thanks for watching.
Scores, rosters, schedules, leaderboards, and more. MaxPreps.com, America's source for high school sports. Zenith is a proud partner of the CIF. Designed for the committed athlete, Zenith gear enables the athlete's pursuit with advanced fit, feel, style, and an innovative approach to safety and technology. Zenith, XENITH.com.
Jasmine, Edward, how are you?
Mr. Uriarte.
So what do you have going on, Jasmine? What's this adapter here? It's to connect to their microphone.
Okay, so what's just a regular 3-prong adapter for the 3 different microphones? Is that
2 for the microphones and 1
for the what?
for the headphones.
Okay, for the headphones. And then what, are you using any other special software or just a video? And it actually records over as you're recording? Interesting. That's it. Nothing special. No special app, no nothing. And you get, and Mitch sounds like Britney Spears. There you go.
Do I sound like Britney Spears, Jasmine? No, she says.
What's that commercial? There's a commercial where there's a musician that records you, she's horrendous. And like, all right, just a few tools and we'll take her to the top.
That's right. That's exactly right. Bob, what time's your flight leave?
12:40.
Seriously?
I got plenty
Are you
of
just
time.
going straight over? Are you going back home?
Karen's gonna drop me off at LAX.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah. You going out again tonight, Bob?
You bet. Yeah, tomorrow's the big rivalry. So.
Oh, is it? Oh,
And it's in New York, so I just gotta land in New York and just get over there. It's a lot easier.
good for you. That's great.
Merchant Marine Academy.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this is the big one.
Is it the last game of the season?
It is. And ESPN covers this one, so you know there's all extra hype. It's fun.
What time?
Yeah. It's gonna be noon Pacific.
Okay. I'll go check it out.
Yeah, it's streamed on ESPN.
Who's favorite? Or is there?
Merchant Marine, they're even though Coast Guard's 6-3, he's 8-1.
Is that right?
And they're playing for the China.
Yeah, I saw. Oh, I see. Okay. Because it's
Big
big.
game. Yeah. So
This is a good season for you guys.
yeah,
Really good.
they have been over 500 in 8 years.
How's Mark doing?
Really well. He's playing strong safety, second in tackles. So he is
And Patrick, how's he doing?
really well. He plays corner, solid again. He's got 2 picks this year and 3rd in tackles. So
He's amazing.
yeah, right. And if you see him now, he's really beefed up. I mean, he probably weighs 75 pounds, which is for Patrick. That's quite a bit.
How about Chip?
Chip's playing receiver. He has had a ton of he's got maybe 15 catches this year. And they've got some other really good receivers, but he's the leading punter in the league. Solid contributor. Arthur's playing great tennis. He's playing number 2 singles and doubles too. So he's really had a good step up.
That's my brother.
You know, you play that high, you're playing something good. So yeah, he's doing really well. And school, they're both, you know, academic, so they're making that work too. Yeah. It's fun.
Which is their time afterwards? Like, after
5 years.
5 years afterwards.
Yeah. I got a job. And they get paid.
Did they really?
They get paid now.
Really?
Yeah, they get. I think it's 12 or 15K a year. But they take almost all of that from uniforms. So they're not getting a whole lot.
I mean, what do you do at 28 anyways? By the time you graduate, another 5 years, you're only, what, 27, 28 years old? By the time you
Yeah,
do that?
21 now. So yeah, they'll be 27.
What will they do?
So there's 11 Coast Guard missions: search and rescue, drug interdiction, coastal law enforcement, ice cutting. So they typically choose a mission and a station, or you can go to flight school. So if you're
So cool. That's really great. So,
So are you running or are you?
yeah, I hurt my hip, and so I was off for a while. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. Not as good as I'd like. I thought I really get back. But I hurt my shoulder. So I was lifting and running, and I hurt my shoulder.
Pretty lifting.
Yeah. I went in after lifting and took a nap and had my so I'm just starting to get back into it. So I've had it's really kind of funny because I work with this guy who's like a world class runner. And he goes, you know, at our age, I said, yeah, I'm hurt. He goes, no, at our age, it's not hurt. We're just off. You're not injured. We're just old.
Yeah, I know.
But,
I got this and I got this, and you know, we all got our stuff, right?
Yeah, I'm a little bummed out. I've not been able to run or lift as much. So I was on a really good arc. I was feeling great. I was feeling great.
Yeah, you
I'm
were
way
lean.
better than I was 2 years ago. So
Are you up to swing?
yeah, a little bit, but not much. When I heard it, I couldn't play at all. It hurt really. I don't even know what it was. I didn't even go to the hospital. But I've had a torn bicep. This is not it. It's more like a nerve thing that comes down. So it's really bad. I just don't go to doctors for stuff like that. I'm not going to do anything.
Figured out yourself.
Yeah. But so I've been running a fair amount. I've been doing a lot of running up the mountains, bigger flats, and stuff like that. But he said not as good as I was. But I was
I saw you last in the summer.
but still a vegetarian. Feel great, you know, just physically. But not as much running. I was probably doing too much. And then I told a friend of mine was like a big time trainer back in Connecticut. And he works for this series of gyms called the Fitness Edge. And there's a lot of that out there. And I told him what I was doing. When I was in P90X, I was doing car. And he goes,
That's an hour and a half a day, isn't it? Or 90, well, 90, that's 90 minutes a day.
and I was doing, I would run, and then I'd go right to P90X. And it was
P90X was pretty, not very risky though, because you're not lifting heavyweights, it's supposed to be singles.
yeah, but some of them, you know, like some of the plyometrics is really hard, really hard. And then I was doing the yoga, and the yoga was really, that was one I was like, you know, I was on a schedule, and I was like, when it was yoga, I'm like, no. Because a lot of that is like, you know, weight, and I have that, no,
Yeah.
always issue. And then you do like a bunch of like, you know, like just you know, hundreds of them. You do like 5 sets of 20, and then many other exercises in that one, you know. And that just,
Have you ever been to courses, yoga, greenhouse?
you know, I've got a free month, and I've never gone and done it.
I go, I was in there, went in on Monday morning. Anyway, hopefully sometime we can do that.
Yeah. You like it?
I do, yeah. I go to the cycles and I'll do it time for a week and then I'll do it 2 months. And
Yeah.
I'll do it.
My wife does yoga. She does it at PCC. She really likes it a lot. And I do the P90X yoga. It's kind of, it's pretty nice. But I don't use my head when I exercise. I just go right to 100%.
It's all that high school.
Midwestern,
Yeah.
rah-rah, do it all. Yeah.
Still do this. Yeah, I know.
Exactly. And I'm like really close to 60. Well, thank you. But, yeah, tell that to all my connective tissue. Yeah. But anyway, so but yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Like I said, compared to, you know, a couple of years ago, I feel
Thanks for doing this.
love
A
it.
lot of folks out there,
Jasmine's great.
a lot of folks depend on that, so thank you.
Yeah, they do. They like it, I guess.
Last weekend, what's funny was
just don't like to have to do that. Yeah. And I don't know why. I'm doing more with the in-game stuff, and I don't like this. And I also, I'm not going to do it next year unless I get like a better microphone system. Because it seems like every week we have something different. We have these, and then they come with the little clip-on things, and then they come with like the microphones, and every week it's different. And so I need to spend some time in the same guy. Because I want something like she's got, with earphones and everything. Yeah. And then I need some kind of what I want is a router. So here's what I want. I want like maybe that with a mouthpiece, and I can do the TV and just go and brought down by Wick, 5-yard loss, 3rd and 15, and then literally just go click. Johnson, the ball carrier, brought down by Wick, and then click right back. And I just can sit there and do this. But as it is, I take stuff off, binoculars, pick up the microphone. It just drives me crazy. It's just like constant. And I picked up the wrong microphone. Where I've picked up the stadium mic, and I've done TV over the stadium for a couple of seconds. So I need to find a system and just say, here's a I'm not going to be a diva, but I'm not going to do it unless I do it this way. Because I play all the music. I make the announcements. Yeah. That's fine.
Joe Buck's not having to do all this.
No, okay. So one of the most fascinating things I ever saw was 10 years ago. They did a game, an ESPN college football game, not a major one, but a good one. It was maybe like I think it was an ACC game, and a good ACC game. And they showed so that the game was on ESPN. On ESPN2, they showed a different broadcast that was all behind the scenes. Okay, and so, for example, you know how they go to commercial, they come back and say, go, well, Bob, obviously, Tennessee defense is picking up here. You say, yeah, and there's like, and there's like two guys. The second they go, okay, let's get back to the action. 10 guys walk in, and there's like 12, 15 guys doing this watch, jammed in the booth. And there's a guy with a
It's okay, I gotta get ready.
And he goes like this. And there's going, handoff to Johnson, brought down by Smith, and he gains 5 yards. They're doing 12 guys. But it was really interesting because the color guy I really liked. He didn't do it anymore. He's a former coach, and he was amazing. It was really amazing to watch him. And the play-by-play guy, they're just giving him. But this guy was like watching the game, and he'd take his headset off. They call the all-22. That always has all 22 guys. So they back off as much as they have to, or they and what he was seeing. So like I might think like analysis, but not watch this behind it's this blah blah blah, and then he drops it. He doesn't. Like the second they do he's like summarizing the second he summarizes it, he has his head got and he starts going, watch here, see how and so he's calling the shots. Not them. They're not saying, he's like telling them what to give. 57, 57. He knows and then he starts like it was amazing. It was really fun. Yeah, I'll never forget it, obviously. But it did kind of crack me up because, like I said, these guys are but the analysts really
You off to the East Coast?
Yeah.
Who do they play? Oh, they play. That's right. That's a big game for them.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be fun. Where is it?
In New York, Kings Point.
Oh, okay. When do you take off? Right.
4:40 p.m.
Oh, so that's why you're here at the game. You're just right down the. Well, hello and welcome back to Torrance North High here in Torrance. The Saxons and the Titans are battling out 14-14 here at the start of the third quarter. The Saxons will have the ball. Steve Tolt with Mitch Lehman. Mitch.
Wow, what a first half, Steve. 14-14. A couple, both teams left a little money on the table there. They both had drives that could have gotten a few more points, but I think actually the Saxons had 2 drives that they could have scored on. San Marino had that one where we were unable to push it in on fourth and pretty close to goal. So San Marino will kick off. I did not see who won the toss. I'm guessing that it might have been.
It was Torrance.
It was Torrance, and so
Yeah.
they elected to defer, so they will receive the second half kick. So Evans will punch one up the middle, and that'll be fielded about the 24-yard line. And Bo Perez with another nice special teams tackle, but good field position for North High School at the 38-yard line.
Chase Davis on the kick return.
Well, that was the keep it out of Stephen Bradford's hands on that. A little bit of a change out there. Bo Perez not in. Mason Dawes is.
So I saw Mike Hobby twice really get into Bo Perez's business there. So he's had a lot to say to Bo. Bo went in, played a few defensive few plays, and then was pulled right back out, and that is Bradford. And he will be stopped by Seth Matsumoto. Nice play by Matsumoto, gain of 2 yards, second down and 8.
Well, a lot of times here at the start of the third quarter, you see which team adjusts more over halftime, who comes up with a different scheme. A lot of times the offense will come up with a different scheme, but I don't think either offense really concerned with that because they were successfully moving the ball.
And this is my own personal hope, but Mike Hobby, glad to see us going in at 14-14 to give Mike Hobby a chance to outcoach the other guy. And there's a nice play by Ethan Lainez and also Chris Wick. And the running play will get the ball to about the 47-yard line, third down and 2. And let's see, this might be a big play for the Titan defense.
You notice they call in the play and the different blocking assignments, each one, their offensive linemen are constantly looking at their wrists. They're not checking the time. It's whatever the play is, and they're blocking assignments.
Third down and 2. Hand off to Bradford. Bradford has running room, and look, he just drags Matsumoto. Matsumoto dragged for about 3 extra yards, and Matsumoto, a big, strong kid. But that's the way Bradford runs first downs north.
Well, we're trying to get our defensive ends across the line and down the line on that one. You watched the CB, but he couldn't. What effect that has is if you're able to stop him at the line, someone coming in to help make the tackle.
Hand off to Bradford, tripped up in the backfield. Mason Dawes, but give credit to Ethan Lainez. Lainez hit him low, and Mason Dawes came in to help out, and Nevin Yaramati also there. Gain of a yard, second down and 9.
Yeah, I don't think it was gain of a yard. I think it's no gain from my standpoint here, but there you go. And
I'll do the gains. You just talk about your intelligent stuff. Because when we come back, I'll say second and 10, and you can worry about everything else, okay? No problem. No problem. You got analysis to do. I'll do that when we come back. I'll say it's second down and 10. I had it wrong.
Oh, God,
there
Mitch.
you go.
I'm sorry, Mitch.
What happened there, Steve, that you saw that was so
I
good?
don't remember now.
There you go, but it's second down and 10. And there's Bradford, and Bradford is caught in the backfield, and now he's going to be brought down for a loss. And he will lose 4 yards on the play, maybe 3 yards on the play. Let me spend more time so I get this exactly correct. Loss of 3 yards on the play, 4 yards on the play.
It's
so
second,
third down and 14.
It's third and 14.
So
Mitch.
tell us what happened.
We actually got penetration on that one, Mitch.
Oh, wow. Okay. Penetration did it for us.
Mitch, I'm sorry. I didn't
Third
mean to
down and
offend you.
14 on the play. Good job by the Titan defense as they're able to stack up Bradford on 2 straight plays. 3rd and 14, and Bradford to the left of the quarterback, Fuelas. Fuelas looking, and he wants to throw. Nobody open. Now he fires over the middle. Caught. Oh, man. Knocked away. Good play defensively by Matsumoto, and it's picked up by Wendling, and San Marino with a huge takeaway. Boy, I was going to get on one of our defensive backs who didn't peel back. Pass was caught, slapped away by Matsumoto, and recovered by, I believe, Wendling. San Marino first down at the 34-yard line. Wow.
First down, San Marino at the 34-yard line.
So the Titans get a takeaway, a very, very important takeaway, and they'll snap it from the 34-yard line. 4 wide receivers, Hobby behind Short. And they sort of switch the formation. Motion man, this is, I believe it is Smith. Handoff, and I think that's fumbled. And Hobby gets it back. I think Hobby fumbled it, but whatever the case, he's going to lose a couple yards on the play and bring up 2nd down and 12.
Number 24, Bo Hobby, taken down by number 26, Nicholas Kobos. A loss of 2 yards on the play, 2nd and 12.
2-yard loss, still tied at 14, 8:23 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Hobby is the motion man. Connor Short wants to throw, has a man in the flat. That is Richardson. Richardson's fighting for yards, and he'll get out at about the 40-yard line. Maybe the 39 is where they mark him. And that's going to be a gain of about 6. And it looks like it's going to be 3rd and about 5.
I like the fact that they're using safe passes with Short right now. That was a very safe pass. Good job by Richardson getting some extra yards out of that.
So 3rd down and 5. Big play for the Titan offense. 7:47 to go. They give him 7 yards on the play. Smith is lined up wide to the near side right down here in front of us. 3rd down and 5. Short back to pass. Big rush. Looks downfield into double coverage. And it's incomplete. I think that Short locked onto Smith a little early. He had double bracket coverage, 1 short, 1 deep. It's going to bring up 4th and long.
You're right. He was focusing on the whole way. That's where his eyes were. Remarkably, he almost came up with that ball. He stopped and then had another burst of speed, and it was incomplete, so we're forced to punt.
So 4th down, Barraza is in punt formation for San Marino, and Bradford will set up at about his own 25-yard line. Very little wind. It was going from our left to our right. Seems to have died down, and that will take a San Marino bounce and go out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. First down for North High School. Wow. Big opportunity for San Marino on the fumble recovery. Titans can't capitalize.
Well, that just goes to show you if you make one mistake, and that one was the handoff problems between Short and Hobby on that one. They ended up losing a yard. It takes us out of the momentum, takes them out of our program, and so we're struggling to get a first down.
So it'll be a first down for the Saxons, and this will be Bradford. Bradford on the keeper, left side. Bradford will have a first down out across the 40-yard line, or to the 40-yard line, I take it back. Gain of about 12 yards and a first down for North High School.
Yeah, they were having trouble moving the ball with their regular offense, so they went with the shotgun with the Wildcat, and they pick up a first down right away.
Got to wonder if that they've got a couple turnovers on their last couple of possessions. If it's like, let's just give Bradford the ball and let him run it as much as he possibly can. Quickly to the line of scrimmage. And Bradford is in the Wildcat again. They line up those 2 big fullbacks in front of him, and he was supposed to follow left, circled around to his right. Maybe a misread on Bradford's part. That's going to be a loss of about a yard and bring up 2nd down and 11.
Well, Mason Dawes did an excellent job that way, getting upfield, turning them back inside, and there was no place to go, and allowed other players to make the play. But it's really just about doing what your assignment is and that's going to lead to the success like they did on that play.
Second down and 11. Clock runs. 6:45 to play in the third quarter. 14-14. Bradford again from the Wildcat, and Bradford is stacked up again. Good job by the right side of the San Marino defensive line.
Number 23, Stephen
It
Bradford
looks
on the
like
run.
that was Wheeler Smith coming in from
Taken
his
down by
defensive
number 4,
back
Chris
position.
Wick.
Karusha Seaby also in on the play, and they
2
say
yards on the play.
Chris
Third
Wick
and
was
9.
also in on the tackle. Gain of 2, third down and 9.
They are able to successfully run that when they come to the line real quickly, as they did the first time. Now they're struggling a bit, and San Marino's getting up and being able to get the momentum there. But they're going to do it again. This actually surprises me. They have no faith in their quarterback.
Same formation. The two blockers are offset right. And Bradford comes this way, and Bradford is going to try to get the corner, and he's going to be brought down. And that is number 8, Wheeler Smith. Steve, did you see who our defensive end was who pushed, was able to contain and make him bounce it outside?
Wendling? It looked like Wendling, but Smith was the one that came shooting up and then came back and made the tackle. It actually stopped him and then came back and made the tackle. Good hustle by him.
I think it was Wendling who fought off the block and made Bradford cut it out to the right, and that was sort of gave the Titan defense a little extra time. High snap and another good kick, and Richardson will make a fair catch at the 24-yard line. So the Titans hold again, and they have the ball. Correction at the 25-yard line, first down.
Things have kind of settled down here as we're halfway through the
First down,
third
San Marino
quarter,
on the 25-yard line.
and there's a penalty, and someone's being talked to. So, but the way he doesn't pick up the flag unless he knows where the was it a.
So the white hat, who is the referee, the head of the crew, he will have a conversation with 3 of the other officials. Penalty was in about the line of scrimmage, it looks like. At about the 40-yard line, I think. The line of scrimmage is the 43. So a long conversation. I don't see North bringing their offense back on the field, and they can hear the conversation.
Well, maybe it is. Is it a penalty where you're going to take it from where the line of scrimmage is now? Oh, they're saying it's against San Marino.
They're pointing to San Marino, and now the Saxons are heading back to towards their bench. A couple of the defensive players are. San Marino's offense is on the field. Is there any way you can say, hey, our offense is already on the field?
Yeah. Well, here's the call. If it was holding before or after the punt.
And the Saxons are celebrating. Now
Well,
they're
they're not-
saying no. So post-possession, so you have to determine when the penalty is called. If it's before the kick or after the kick, during the fair catch, don't know. I have no idea what it is. Official about to make the call.
They're going to come over and explain it to Hobby. Whatever it is, he's like, it's a hold
Personal
on
foul?
them.
That looked like a personal foul.
Well,
He had his hand up, and I thought he went like this.
so Hobby, he's saying, do you want to repunt it?
Let's see if we get that signal again, because it didn't seem like he just gave the typical hold where he grabs his wrist and pulls it down. It looked like he had his hands open in the personal foul, kind of chopping, trying to figure out what this guy's calling.
Well, and we're on the visitor side. They always
Yeah.
make it. We always get it on the back, so they're going to force him to punt it again.
Still don't know the call. Not sure he's going to give it again.
Well, I wonder why the Saxons were celebrating.
Yeah, I don't know. That looked like a hold. So it looked like he gave the holding call there.
Personal foul called against
No, personal foul. Jeez, I can't figure this out at all. Let's go set up on the other side. I
Yeah,
can't
well,
read the calls over
then
here.
our people wouldn't be able to see anything because we were trying to set up over there, but they've got a plexiglass that seems to be fogged over permanently.
So Richardson now at the 40-yard line. Let's remember that he had the ball at the 24-yard line last time. So this is going to be a much shorter kick. Richardson's going to let it go, and that will roll down to the 30-yard line. So San Marino picks up 6 yards.
6 yards on a 15-yard penalty.
On the exchange. So, yeah, actually a better kick that time. So the Titans will have it at the 30-yard line instead of the 24-yard line. Who knows? Those 6 yards might be crucial at some point. And far be it for me to ever question Coach Mike Hobby's wisdom.
I think you would agree that's what you do. You're going to move them back 15
First
yards
down,
and force them to repunt it.
30-yard line.
And they've had a couple questionable snaps.
Yeah,
as well.
You're right. The one before that was almost over his head.
1st and 10, San Marino at the 30-yard line, 4:57 to go, third quarter, 14-14. Here's the handoff to Hobby. Hobby has some downfield blocks, and Hobby will get to about the 34-yard line, maybe the 35. We'll say gain of 4, 2nd down and 6.
Just that jet sweep that we run, put him in motion, get him a head steam going, and hopefully find an avenue that opens up out there. And 4 yards we'll take it.
2nd down, 6. 3 wide receivers to the bottom of your screen and 1 up top. Short looks this way. Oh, incomplete, almost intercepted. A little too tall for Richardson, number 1. Steve had it in his shoulder pad. Couldn't reel it in. Incomplete pass brings up 3rd down.
Do you think he even saw that? I don't think he saw that.
I don't think he did either.
Yeah.
No, I don't think he did either. I think he was looking at the receiver, and all of a sudden the ball hit him in the shoulder, and by that time it was too late. So a big break for the Titans. 3rd down and 6 now. Clock stopped because of the incomplete pass. 4:17 to go, third quarter. No scoring here in the third quarter. We played about 7 minutes and change. Back to pass is Short, caught by Wheeler Smith. Nice throw by Connor Short. Wheeler Smith drags it at the 48-yard line. First down, San Marino.
Good job by Short. What they've been working with him on this week, Mitch, is they want Short to get rid of the ball quicker. He held the ball too long last week when he was in, despite the victory. And so they really want him to have more confidence in the receiver going where they're supposed to go and just unload the ball quick.
13-yard gain on the play. The Titans have a first down, and on a big 3rd down and 6, the Titans are able to execute. Short with the keeper. Short will get near midfield, and he's pushed back. Gain of a couple yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down and 7.
You know, when I see him run, I start thinking,
3 yards on the play.
who's Short's backup quarterback?
Well, when you go ahead.
I saw him get up a little slowly, and I started wondering, well, who do we go to?
I believe we would go to Wheeler Smith, as a matter of fact.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
we would.
We'd go to Wheeler, who's a wonderful athlete. I don't think I've ever seen him. He played quarterback as a freshman. I think,
did.
Maybe a little bit as a sophomore. It was very good. But
No. We got to get the ball off.
I thought you were going to say that whenever you see him run, and are they going to do it? They do get the play off. Hand off to Hobby. Hobby will jet forward to about the 46-yard line. I thought what you were going to say was when you said, whenever I see him run, I think you're going to talk about holding the ball out in one hand again. Because Short does not put it away.
I actually spoke to Connor Smith during the week, Connor Short during the week after one of the practices, and I mentioned, do me a favor, just put the ball away. It makes me nervous.
What'd he say?
He says, I know better.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 4 after the 4-yard gain for Bo Hobby. Nice throw to Smith, and Smith just bowling downfield. Smith to the 32-yard line. First down, San Marino. Gain of 15 yards and a Titan first down. Wow, nice play. Nice throw. Had to really thread it in there.
He did. It was a little worrisome because he threw it right in between two defenders, but Smith was there. It was a quick delivery, and Smith able to grab it and pick up the first down.
Big change of momentum here in the third quarter. The Titans able to hold the Saxons and actually push them backwards a couple times. And now the Titans driving 2 big third down conversions. And San Marino has first down at the 32-yard line. Short. Oh, and that one almost picked off. A little too tall for Wheeler Smith. Boy, Wheeler Smith, Connor Short, it's hard to keep those two names straight for some reason. Whatever it is, incomplete pass, almost intercepted. Second down and 10.
Smith was open. He faked underneath in hopes to pull the defender up, and he just overthrew Smith. Had that ball been a little lower, Smith was open, would have been a first down. Trying to open up the running game by throwing more.
Second down and 10. Clock is stopped at 1:54 in the third quarter. Short back to throw. Hit as he throws the ball. They're going to rightly call that an incomplete pass, but the more concerning thing is that Short is down. Now he's up slowly.
And they don't like, Saxons don't like the call. I like the way in 54, even though he knew that the whistle had blown, ran with his finger up.
Might as well, that's right. And
That's incomplete.
the Saxons believe that Short fumbled the ball, that it was not an incomplete pass, and the Titan fans right here along with us are cheering. First time I've heard an incomplete pass cheered that loudly. And the North High School fans still giving it to the officials. They think that was a fumble. Third down. Can San Marino pick up another big third down conversion? 3rd and 10.
Now our crowd getting a little more into it here.
No running backs, 5 receivers for Short. Wendling in motion, snap to Connor Short. Straight drop back, throws.
Pass
Penalty
interference.
marker, ball's intercepted, but that's going to be interference. Picked off by the Saxons. They may go the distance, but that's going to come back. Let him go. That's going to be about an 85-yard interception return, but it's coming back. The receiver was tripped. It's going to be interference.
Yeah, they just plain knocked down Bo Hobby on that. And this is really going to upset the Saxon crowd.
We warmed them up for this one.
No, they just plain knocked Bo Hobby down. They assaulted him on that one, and they shouldn't be surprised. But
boy, why they're complaining about this one, I did not see Short's fumble / incomplete pass. The coaches didn't seem to be arguing about that.
No.
But this was clearly interference. They've got no beef here.
yeah, it looked to me like, are they going to say, here's the call. Oh, they're going to call defensive holding is what
holding? Okay.
It looked to me that they actually just plain knocked him down.
Or did they call it? It looked like they do 2 different penalties. I couldn't tell.
Oh.
Now third. Declined? Oh, here we go. Holding against the Saxons. They're going to take that one. So maybe it was someone was held further downfield, and they want to take that one. If there were 2 holdings, they would choose the one that's further downfield. Apparently, I don't know.
Well, they always defensive holding is always from the line of scrimmage.
Okay, and this is a 10. And is it 10 yards?
I guess because the ball was in the air. I don't know.
So is pro in college 5 yards? And a first down.
5 yards on a first down, but we had, you're right, because there was a 10-yard holding call on us earlier, defensive holding call. What an automatic first down.
So 10, okay, that's right. So 10 yards from, I guess, the spot of the foul. I don't know. I don't know. Hard to keep up with all these complicated rules. Titans have a first down. Short's going to keep it up the middle. Short with a big gainer. And Short is inside the 20-yard line to about the 13-yard line. Nice run by Connor Short. Gain of about 8 yards. It'll be second down and 2.
Well, they're beginning to tire out the middle side of that line on that one. Another good read by Short. Bo Hobby's only really touched the ball a couple of times this quarter.
Exactly. Second down and 2 for the Titans. Trying to think, was it Saxons or Titans? Great gain on first down. Short's going to keep this one, and he's going to be dropped for a loss on the play of about 4 yards is what it looks like, maybe more. I thought that Hobby might have had some running room, but Short pulled it out and lost yardage.
And that's a new twist that we run, because typically it is Hobby going outside and Short during the read,
Right.
the quarterback during the read and running inside. That was a reverse on that, where it was the read on the inside and the run on the outside.
Steve, could you move this light pole for us for a couple plays? 20 seconds now left to go in the third quarter. 14-14. Short is going to keep it again, and Short is going to be brought down at the 20-yard line. Another loss, maybe a 2-yard loss. Fourth down and 8.
Now you got to remember, we had 2nd and 2
Ooh, that's right.
on this drive, and now we're going to let the clock runs out, so it gives us a little more time to figure out what we're going to do.
So the Titans and the Saxons go into the fourth quarter tied at 14. What a ball game. What a third quarter, Steve. No scoring, but a very interesting third quarter.
Certainly a better defensive effort by the Titans in the third quarter, as they were able to hold up Bradford. I want to say Baldwin all the time, Bradford, and box him up a little more. And Titans are able, or the Saxons have been able to do that the same way to the Titans. So, we have run in this situation that slant to Wheeler Smith, and I'm wondering if that's what they're going to go to again.
Okay. Beautiful night for. Hey, Jasmine, let's look at the refinery over there. Let's get there. There it is. That's an oil refinery that's looks like about 2 miles away, and that's a big refinery. We drove by that on the way here. It looks like about a 5-mile long facility here in Torrance, all lit up. And
San Marino.
okay, let's go back to 4th and 8 now. My bad. Thank you, Jasmine. Sort of a big play here. Steve talked about the slant. It's caught. Touchdown, San Marino. Bo Hobby. Nice play. Nice throw. Titans lead by a score of 20-14.
Hobby's holding his left rib area.
Did he throw it that hard?
He might just have the wind knocked out of him. It's hard to tell, but
Kick is blocked. So the extra point attempt is blocked, and the score remains. Oh, they'd already put the score up. They already had it 21-14, and now they're going to have to take it off. So it's going to be 20-14. Titans lead. Boy, we've seen this movie before, Steve.
I know that.
Wow.
Well, that's what happened to the other side last week. They went for 2. We beat them for 1, but Hobby seems to be okay now. Hobby had suffered an injury earlier in this year, a very deep thigh bruise, and I don't think it's that same injury. He just seems a little uncomfortable.
So a great throw by Connor Short gives San Marino the lead. Hobby with an outstanding catch. Well, I've had that injury.
Yeah, we all have.
Here's the kick by Evans. Nice kick, fielded all the way back at the 6-yard line. And finding some running room, nice play by Chris Wick. And Wick will stop the ball carrier at about the 28-yard line. Also in on the play was Ethan Lainez, and Lainez is stretching out a little bit as if he's injured. But now let's see if the Titans can keep playing that defense that they have the last couple series, Steve. That'll be huge if they can.
It can, and they if they continue to get penetration, force a different angle rather than just straight up and down the field for Bradford, then they'll have success. But if they get beat at the point of contact, they won't.
First and 10 for the Saxons.
First down, Saxons at the 28-yard line.
Bradford is the running back, and now he switches over here to the left side of the quarterback, Fuelas. Handoff to Bradford up the middle, and he'll get about 5 yards on the play. Brought
And
down
to number 23,
around the
Stephen
ankles
Bradford.
by a host of Titans. Getting up from the bottom of the pile
Taken down by number 34,
is
Ethan Lainez.
Lanez. And Karusha CB also in on the stop. And number 44, one of my favorite Titans, Mason Dawes. Steve.
Yeah, great kid.
5-yard gain brings up second down and 5. Clock running.
Had his 18th birthday this week, I believe.
All right, let's hope we can get a victory for Mason's 18th birthday. 11-11 left to go in the ball game. Titans lead by a score of 20-14. Bradford bounces it outside, has some running room. Looked like a downfield hold by number 7. Steve, I was talking to Coach Hobby, and he said that it was going to be tough getting off the block of number 7, who's a great downfield blocker, and he gave Bradford an extra 10 yards with a nice downfield block.
Well, and Hobby always appreciates a good downfield block. He hammers that in the receiver's ends that you're just as important without the ball as you are with it.
First down, Saxon ball at the 49-yard line after a nice gain by Bradford. Fuelas checks his wristband.
We did get a little penetration that time, Mitch, but and we just couldn't seal the outside.
Fuelas goes to the wristband. He and Bradford trying to figure out what the play is. Still some time left on the play clock. Option or a chop action that way. Fuelas with the keeper, and he will be brought down by number 16. That is Seth Matsumoto. Gain of 7 yards. Second down and 3.
They had it. It was just they like to run that option where they send Bradford out, and then the read on the inside by the quarterback. And the key is making sure that we backfill that so he's got no place to go.
Chop action again. Fuelas with the keeper, and he will be brought down. Gain of maybe a couple yards on the play. That'll bring up third down and very short. Charlie Daves gets up off the bottom of the stack, as does number 4, Chris Wick.
1 yard on the play.
Gain of a yard, third down and 2.
It looked like the interior line had a pretty good push on that one, got some penetration, and forced the issue. And that's what we continue to have to do, but play those gaps.
Let's see if they're trying to bait us with Fuelas, and then they go to Bradford. They run the same pitch action. Keeper by Fuelas. Fuelas downfield, tripped up, and that will be a first down for the Saxons.
It was a nice read by him because he saw Jackson flying towards Bradford on that one, and so he just kept it and found the running room. That's a different quarterback. That's number 7,
Smith.
They Diorcelis, I thought it was.
I thought he said Smith.
Oh, he could have.
It's easy for me, so I did. Here's Bradford, and Bradford will be tripped up. Looks like it was Hasibi, number 72, and number 4, Chris Wick. Who's number 7, Steve?
Dio Campo.
Dio Campo, good ball player. That's right. He was mentioned by Hobby as well. Dio Campo at quarterback instead of Fuelas. Dio Campo wears number 7. That's right, Diocampo was the wide receiver that he was talking about being the very good blocker. Take that all back. Diocampo again, and he will be brought down. He pitches at the last minute and to Bradford, and Bradford will get down to about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, Diocampo plays receiver when Puelas is the quarterback. But he also plays quarterback. He appears to be a better running quarterback, and I think that Puelas has been having trouble throwing the ball, making some bad decisions, so they decided to go this route.
That was almost a bad decision on the pitch. It was very, very late, but luckily Bradford was able to pick it up and get a couple extra yards on the play. Here's Diocampo into the end zone. Touchdown, Torrance North High School, as he goes 18 yards.
Well, Samaro could not stop that drive, and it was mostly Diocampo on that one, who seems to be a stronger running quarterback. And that's 2 guys you have to stop, although he appears to be a little No, that's their other guy that appears to be a little shaken up. So
they're going to try the extra point. They've had some trouble with snaps and kicks. Let's see how this one goes, and it's blocked. Wheeler Smith.
7 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Your score tied at 20 apiece.
Wick, I believe. I thought it was Smith, and now they're congratulating Wick for the play.
It appeared that he was
5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. I'm not sure. I agree with you. I'm not sure it was going to be good anyway, but Wick apparently got his hand up and knocked it down.
Well, the good news for the Titans is Bo Hobby seems healthy. He's back there running.
Yeah.
It has gotten substantially colder here now.
It sure has. I noticed. Let's go over to the booth.
Yeah.
Bad glass and all. I don't care.
They must have
7:54. Sorry, go ahead.
They must have shut down the refinery.
Yeah, 7:54 to go. And we are tied at 20. Blocked extra points are the reason. Let's see if San Marino can get a nice long drive and put something in the end zone. Here's Sean Richardson to the 25, to the 30-yard line. And he's brought down at about the 32-yard line. First down, San Marino. Titans will be moving from our left to our right, right in front of us when they score the winning touchdown.
A little under 8 minutes to go. The Titans want to run a lot of time off the clock. Actually, what they want to do is score. Who am I kidding?
Exactly. Yeah, whenever they can score, but I agree. It'd be nice to take a little time off the clock before they do it. 20-20, that extra point blocked on both ends, and we are tied. 7:48 to go in the ball game. I should say in regulation, not in the ball game. Short to throw over the middle, and a big hit on Richardson. Boy, that was a little bit late in my book, Steve.
Receiver number 12, Sean Richardson.
And Richardson slow to get up.
Richardson's one of the few Titan receivers that has played every game. He was racked in the back on that one. If it was the pros, it would be a defenseless receiver.
And Mike Hobby is making no secret of his dislike for that hit, as he's talked to both officials about that on his way out to talk to Richardson. That ball was way past Richardson when he was hit. Sean, a very tough kid.
He is.
And he's going to pop right back up and make his way back. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, and look at Hobby still wondering why that wasn't called. And still working the officials.
Yeah, the ball was thrown low. It was bounced by him, and then he got hit late.
7:35 to go. Second down and 10 for the Titans. Clearly a foul in my book, but not called. Titans will come to the line of scrimmage. Taking a look over to the coaching staff. Short now gets behind the center, which is Tommy Long. Motion man is Hobby. And Short's going to keep it right up the middle. Short with running room. Across the 45 to the 47-yard line. 12-yard gain. First down, San Marino.
Nice run by Short, just straight up the middle. They haven't been able to stop him all but once on that. But you notice that they sent Bo Hobby. In this instance, he swept to the left.
46-yard line.
And the linebackers went with him, which allowed for Short to find that extra running room once he got through the line of scrimmage.
Ball at the 46-yard line. First down for San Marino. They give Short 14 yards on the carry. Short going to throw, looking downfield for Leftwich. Incomplete. Good coverage by the Saxons.
There's a flag down, Mitch, and I don't know if that's because he went out of bounds, and so it's illegal touching if he would have caught it.
Okay, let's take a look. Usually they take the hat off if that happens.
Pass interference, you're right.
Pass interference. They interfered with Leftwich, and that's going to be another first down for San Marino. All right. 15 yards from the line of scrimmage, and that moves the ball all the way down to the 39-yard line. 7:01 to play in regulation. 20-20. Titans continue to march downfield. Was that a makeup call for the no call against Richardson? I don't know.
It could have been on the hit that pushed him out of bounds, but you're right. He didn't throw his hat down, which they normally do, because it looked like he had to take a different route.
Wheeler Smith kind of stepped back and raised his hand like, hey, I'm over here, you guys. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the Saxons. Not a good mesh between Short and Hobby. And the Saxons will take over at the 41-yard line. Oh, a killer.
It didn't look like Hobby ever got the ball, whether or not he expected it or not. And sometimes those exchanges can be difficult. So now our defense is going to have to come up strong.
Titans need a takeaway. Ball at the 41-yard line. That really hurts. San Marino was showing a lot of momentum on offense, and now they're going to have to defend for their lives. Steven Barraza is in at defensive back for Sean Richardson. I don't see where Sean is. He's on the sideline with no helmet, and being talked to by one of the trainers.
They were working on his left shoulder.
Hand off to Bradford. He's spilled. Good play by Wendling. And number 72, Karusha Seaby, also in on the play.
Number 23, Steven Bradford on the run.
No gain. Second down and 10. Sorry.
Wendling making up for that being trained, or trucked, I should say, on that one play. Came up and did a good job filling the hole. He had no place to go.
And Connor Short is all by himself downfield, upset at the mistake that he made. He's going to be consoled by a teammate. Second down and 10, clock running, 6:23 to go. And this is going to be a keeper by the quarterback, and he's going to go. Touchdown for North High School.
Number 7, Brayden Diacampo.
Diacampo.
Saxon.
Touchdown.
He just rode the hip of one of his linemen and found that opening and then left that guy behind, and now San Marino forced to play catch-up with 6:09 left.
58 yards. And the Titans trail by a score of 26-20.
There's a penalty flag.
Late penalty flag.
That's it's illegal participate. Well, not illegal. It's a sideline violation.
Back to kick number 24, David Ukatu.
Yeah, they'll call the sideline. They had a coach out beyond the numbers, and it wasn't the head coach.
Numbers? He was out on the soccer field, I think.
He was down here on the softball field, I guess.
Attempting it.
Yeah.
So let's see if they call it or if it's a warning. Let's see. Maybe just a warning. I don't know. They've had these have been adventures for the Saxons. Decent snap, kick is up, and it is good. And North High School leads by a score of 27-20.
6 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter. Your score: North High Saxons 27, San Marino Titans 20.
We have played about 7/8 of regulation, and the Titans are fighting for their playoff lives. Down by 7, 27-20, and they're going to have to make something happen here very, very quickly. Had some momentum there, but the bad exchange between Short and Hobby gave the ball back to North High, trying to call them South, North High School, and the Saxons made San Marino pay 27-20. Hobby and Richardson back in the game.
Richardson back in. It's
and
good
Richardson
to see.
Is deep. 27-20. Saxons lead after that big 58-yard run by Diacampo. Bouncing kick taken by Wick at the 25-yard line. Wick up the middle. Wick across the 30 and out to the 40-yard line. Nice play by Chris Wick and good field position for San Marino.
That's an excellent field position to start. Really short in the field there. Wick did the same thing last week where he just took the ball and ran with it and does a good job protecting it. Linez comes up a little hobbling.
San Marino at the 40-yard line.
Short holding his wrist, and he's been holding it. Is he on the kickoff return team?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, so he's holding his wrist like he got hurt on that kickoff return. Right wrist as well. Here's the Keeper by Short. Short running. Short across the 45 to the 47-yard line. Gain of 7 yards. That'll be second down and 3. Nice run by Short.
Same play they ran earlier when they put Boa in motion and just fake it to him, and he keeps on running, and he usually takes a linebacker or two with him.
Second and 3.
5:40 now left to go. Clock runs. Titans trail by 7. Ball at the 47-yard line. Second down and 3. Richardson is the motion man. Hand off to Hobby. Hobby dives for a first down, and he'll be brought down at the 47-yard line of North. First down, Titans.
Yeah, and that's the same momentum we had going last time. And Samuel's been able to move the ball effectively here in the fourth quarter with just the turnover that killed us.
5:20 now left to go in the ball game. Titans trail by 7. Fake to Hobby. Short throws to Richardson. Richardson with a little running room, and that looked like there was nothing there. Richardson picks up 5 yards, and that brings up second down and 5.
I actually thought that he almost bounced that pass to him, but obviously he caught it. And when that throw is low, it's hard to get the momentum back up again, but Richardson does a great job doing that, especially coming after being banged up on what was a cheap shot.
Second down and 5. Clock running. 4:35 to go ball game. I should say in regulation, because we will go to overtime if we're tied. There are no agreements to call to tie. And San Marino wants to talk it over. Timeout Titans with 4:23 to go, and the Saxons lead by a score of 27-20.
And it's too bad we had to call a timeout, given that we had some momentum there. We just picked up about 20 yards on the ground and 18 yards, and we're moving the ball very effectively, and this takes away from some of that mojo. But you want to get it right.
And as Steve pointed out, a very warm night turned chilly in about 3 seconds, didn't it?
Yeah, it did, and it's been cooler at night, and this makes it feels more like football weather.
I wonder if the Beach Boys went here.
North?
Not sure.
I'd look it up on Wikipedia,
Wikipedia.
but my hands are I don't want to bring them out.
Exactly. Second down and 5, maybe closer to 6 yards, but 5 or 6 yards. I'll say 6. Second down and 6. 4:23 to go. 27-20, Saxons lead. Short fakes, looks downfield, has a man. Wheeler Smith, incomplete. Good coverage on the play. That ball may have hung up there a little long. Good job by the safety. Double coverage on Smith. They pumped him. Smith turned upfield, and the safety came over and made a nice play.
It was a good call because he was open if the safety didn't there. And if you could thread that with a more direct pass, then it's a big pickup.
Third down and 6. Short throws, incomplete, and that was into about 4 guys in blue uniforms. Wheeler Smith, the intended receiver. And now San Marino is down 2. I won't say the final play, but they really need to pick this up. 4th down and 6.
It looked like he bumped him, but he was going for the ball himself, so it was it was not a pass interference call.
Saxons fans are making some noise across the way. Titan fans answer with some cheering of their own. Coaching staff madly bringing the play in. Short, back to throw, looks downfield, fires, has a man. Sean Richardson. Richardson 20, 15-yard line. First down, San Marino at the 15-yard line. 27-yard gain, first down.
Sweet justice.
Wow.
Nobody could hit him that time, but I don't know. It looked like they're moving the ball back, but a good job by Richardson, who went up a little bit to get the ball, and a good job by the offensive line giving Short. I'll get it, Smith. I don't get it. Short.
I
Enough
get it
time to
mixed
throw
up
that
too.
ball.
Nice throw by Connor Short. Nice catch by Sean Richardson, and the Titans have a first down at the 16-yard line. Handoff to Hobby near side, looking for some running room, and he is brought down in the defensive backfield. Nice hit on Hobby, and that's going to be a loss of about 4 yards, and it's going to be second down and 14.
And he had a whole bunch of blockers out in front of him, but one defender was able to escape and throw him for a loss.
3 minutes and 14 seconds now left to play in regulation. Second down and 14, 4-yard loss by Hobby. Short calls the play, takes the snap, wants to throw, pulls it down, throws near side to Leftwich, and Leftwich will get back to the original line of scrimmage. Gain of 4 yards, and it'll be third down and 10.
Good job by Short, scrambling a little bit and found probably his third receiver on that one. Who you always have a guy that goes out and just sits in the flat just in case, and that was Leftwich there and made it third and 10.
Are we in 4-down territory?
I think so.
16-yard line.
And San Marino will spend timeout numero dos.
Timeout called on the field by San Marino.
This school is interesting because this field seems far away from the school, although not that far away, but it's a large campus acreage-wise, but I don't know if they've spent a whole lot of money on their classrooms.
You'd think with the tax base they must have in this town.
Oh, that must not be in Torrance.
That's in the South Torrance School District, I think. So 2:35 to go in regulation. Titans looking at third down and 10 after the 4-yard pickup from Short to Jake Leftwich. Ball's marked at the 16-yard line. They need the 6-yard line to get a first down. Titans fans making some noise. If you're Mike Hobby and you scored, you go for 2?
I don't know. I think he might, but you do if you're able to run the ball effectively, and we haven't been able to do that as much.
Short to throw, has a man, Wendling. Wendling turns, and he's down at the 1-yard line. Nice throw to Jackson Wendling, who hangs on. And the Titans have it first and goal at the 1-yard line.
Well, they ran Smith through the coverage area, and it took everybody with them, and they hadn't thrown to Jackson Wendling all night long, and he was open.
First down, San Marino, first and goal at the 1-yard line. Titans trail 27-20. Motion man is Wendling. Handoff to Hobby. Touchdown, San Marino. What do? 1 or 2? It looks like the extra point team is going out on the field, and they are going to go for 1.
Touchdown, San Marino.
And this has been, talk about an adventure. The last extra point attempt was blocked and blocked badly.
Yeah.
Never had a chance. Wendling to hold. Wendling to snap. Short to hold. And Jordan Evans to attempt the possible game tying. And now we're going to have another timeout.
But who
is
called
Mike
it?
Hobby thinking of going for 2?
Well, he might have thought going for 2 with the actual fake. You got to remember, Connor Short is the holder on this. He's also the quarterback. And so he might have thought about it and then saw something he didn't like, and so he elected to
They're going to take the offense back out. They're going to go for 2.
Why not?
For 2. And Steve, I want to go on record right now.
I
love this.
I do
love
too.
This. I want to go on record right now. If this fails, I am not going to back down. I'm not going to change my opinion. I think this is a great idea. I would do this every time. I would go for this and get this thing over with. Almost either way, you get it over with.
Yeah. Well, and Hobby has faith in his offense, and you just ran the ball in from 1-yard line, and nobody hit him. Do you do that again?
Here we go. Booster President Pat Long is praying. 2-point conversion, 2:07 to go. Short the quarterback. Motion man is Richardson. Handoff to Hobby. Up the middle, he's in! 2-point conversion is good! And the Titans lead by a score of 28 to 27. I told you it was a good call.
You were on record for it.
The genius of Mike Hobby lives on.
Well, and frankly, though, the whole world knew that Bo Hobby's going to get it, right?
I think
they
so.
run Richardson through. You also have the option of giving it to Richardson on the outside. You're not going to do that. You might give it to Connor Smith, but excellent blocking up front. But now we have...
You might give it to Connor Smith?
You might give it to Connor Smith. Did I say that? You might give it to
I've said
Connor
it all
Short.
night. I've said it all night.
Or Connor might keep it, and they give it to Bo, and Bo gets in no problem. Good job by that offensive line.
But Steve, here's the thing. We still have to keep these guys out of the end zone or away from kicking a field goal with 2 minutes to go, and that is not easy, especially with this second quarterback that's come in and has been able to go through us like a hot knife through butter. Evans the kick from the 40-yard line. And they've got guys who can run this back, and Bradford is going to take it at the 9-yard line. Bradford right up the middle. Bradford's going to be stopped with a big tackle by San Marino. Sam Pfeffer, number 21, made first contact, and Johannes Zerahun, number 40, also in on the play. And the Titans have got 75 yards to defend. 28-27. San Marino leads. Wow.
There's a lot that could happen in this last 2 minutes. And the way the score stacks up, there's going to be a winner in 2 minutes.
But Steve, they bring the original quarterback, Fuelis, back in. Handoff to Bradford, brought down. Karush Hasibi in the backfield. Nice play by Hasibi.
Number 23, Stephen Bradford.
Also in on the play was number 6, Nevin Yaramati. Clock running, 1:44 to go. Do you know how many timeouts?
I believe they have all 3.
I think they do too. Second down and 8, only a 2-yard gain on the play. Fuelis, the quarterback, going to keep it this time, and he's going to be brought down. Very short gain, maybe a couple yards. Hasibi again.
Now they're going to call a timeout because, Mitch, they have to get a first down.
Exactly. They have to get a first down. Charlie Daves with the defensive play as well. Exactly. We're acting like this is like 9 down territory, but you're exactly right. They've got to get a first down. They got third and relatively long.
So they're going to have to put the ball in the air, and that means that you're going to see probably 13 in there. And ironically, though, if we can get him moving his feet and push him out of the pocket, he likes to roll left. He hasn't been able to throw for more than 5 or 6 yards. So, but we do know that this is 2 down territory, I would imagine, for everybody left in this game.
Wow. 1:27 to go. Titans lead by a score of 28-27. And North High School backed up at their own 29-yard line. 3rd down and 6 for the Saxons. Quarterback is Fuelis, the left-hander. Bradford in at tailback. Fuelis back to throw, looks over the middle, downfield, and it's knocked down by Leftwich. Incomplete. Steve, the official reached for his flag and then went incomplete. Wow.
Well, because he went up and he swapped it away. I don't think I've ever seen Leftwich get up that high. I haven't seen Connor Smith get up that high either, but I'll get a name right.
4th down. 4th down for the Saxons. And I would think they're going to use a timeout here because there's some confusion as to what they're going to run.
Well, they have their left-hander in there.
Fuelis in at quarterback. Bradford not sure where he's supposed to line up. 4th down and 6. The Titans jumped off sides.
And that's Bo Perez.
And that will not give them a first down, I want to point out. So it's still going to be 4th down, but 4th and only 1.
But what do they do though? Are they gonna put the ball in the air? Or they're gonna go with their wildcat.
Offsides is called against San Marino.
They're gonna go with their wildcat.
Big play. Big play.
Saxons.
4th down for the Saxons. Wow. Could be a game changer. Now they're going to go from the Wildcat, so Bradford is going to take the direct snap. High snap, Bradford has it. He might be stopped.
Nope.
Number 22, Stephen Bradford.
It's pretty close.
It depends upon the
1:15
mark.
to go. Sorry about that. He
They're gonna got it.
first
Oh, wow.
down by the length of the football.
But meanwhile, this is eating up clock time.
And this makes that
First down,
jumping off
Saxons.
sides to be pretty
35-yard
crucial.
line.
Clock running, 1:11 to go. Fuelas in at quarterback. Clock still running. Fuelas takes the snap. Drops back, way back, being chased by Perez. Wants to throw. Way back, still has the ball. Daves is chasing him. Fuelas to throw, downfield. Almost intercepted, but that used up 22 seconds from the time the ball was snapped. Incomplete. 49 seconds now left to go in regulation. I can say now left in the game because they can't get 1 point.
Yeah, well, it almost looked they were running a screen, and you
Exactly.
saw half the Titan defensive come off to go wherever they thought the screen was. Meanwhile, they had him running. If they would have been able to get him, that would have been a huge loss.
He'd still be running. So 49 seconds left to go in the ball game. 2nd down and 10. Fuelas the quarterback. Throws in front of his own bench and caught, knocked out of bounds by Leftwich. Gain of 8 yards. That'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
And they stopped the clock.
24, David Ducatu.
They'd only use 4 seconds, 45 seconds now left to go in regulation.
Sean Richardson.
They just had to get it. They had to get in a position because it's now third. It's 3rd down. 3rd down. It's 3rd down.
3rd down is right.
If they want to call it second, go ahead. But it is 3rd down.
Everybody knows
There they go.
they just changed it. Very good. 3rd down. 3rd down and 3. Fuelas the quarterback. Takes the snap. Throws over the middle. Oh, and very short. Could have been intercepted. And that's going to bring up 4th down. Wick was on coverage, and if Wick would have seen that, he could have peeled back and picked it off, but good coverage by Wick.
Yeah, it was great coverage, and he was going to stick with the receiver, and he didn't see the ball until it was too late. So another big 4th down, and the Titans have been called offsides on twice tonight. So stay at home.
I would take Bo Perez out of the game and strap him to the bench for one play. I don't want to pin it all. I love Bo Perez. I'm not going to pin it on him, but don't jump off sides.
Just watch the ball, boys. Watch the ball.
Fuelas rolls this way. Wants to throw. Downfield. Has a man. Caught. 40-yard line. 35-yard line. 1st down for the Saxons. 32 seconds left to go in the game. Nice throw, good play.
Nice throw, wide open, a blown coverage by the Titans. They're putting a little pressure on the quarterback. Could have been a blitz. And so now they're in a situation where they still have, I believe, 2 timeouts. And they might be able to run the ball.
Saxons from the 36-yard line.
Clock stopped at 32 seconds because the receiver went out of bounds. Ball at the 35-yard line. San Marino leads by a score of 28-27. 32 seconds left to go in the ball game. CIF Division 9 second round contest and timeout. Titans trying to go to the semifinals.
Oh my gosh, that is a blown opportunity for Torrance to have to spend a timeout
Exactly.
after getting the ball out of bounds.
Exactly. With the clock stopped and they burn a timeout.
Yeah, it takes
Wow.
away a running weapon. They could have run the ball once and called a timeout and give it to their game breaker. We have our booster president, Pat Long, here doing a couple of miles up here in the stands.
Can we get the camera on? Can we get the? There we go. Let's get the camera on the booster van over there. They just came out of the fetal position about 5 seconds ago just for this photo op right here. And who can blame them?
Pat's done a fantastic job, and so is
job.
Leslie in helping out this year.
Absolutely.
There's always a booster party before road games
That's right.
and
There's always
after
an
home
average man in
games.
front of a great woman, and the Long family is a perfect example of that. Hey, I said average. Yeah, I think that's kind of a boost. What do we 32 seconds left to go in regulation. What a ball game. From Torrance, California, home of the Beach Boys. I don't know why that stuck in my head so much. This is Fuelas, the original quarterback. He rolls to his right, he's left-handed. He looks downfield and throws. Knocked away by Wick. Nice defensive play by Chris Wick. And they've gone to Diocampo, and I take that back. That was Wheeler Smith.
And he almost came up with a one-handed catch.
Sure did. And he landed hard on his back, and he looks a little bit shaken up as he holds his back. It'll be 2nd down and 10. Didn't use much time. 26 seconds now left to go. But as Steve points out, the Saxons have only one timeout left. They're pretty much stuck passing the ball.
They like to go to Del Campo in this situation. He's also the backup quarterback. We've seen him in a lot tonight, but they throw to him. He's their leading receiver by a whole bunch.
26 seconds left to go. Clock is stopped. Diocampo back to pass. Blitz. He's chased. He gets away. Diocampo, I take that back. Fuelas still on his feet. Fuelas, 10-yard line. Knocked out of bounds at the 8-yard line. First down with 11 seconds left to go. Fuelas with a beautiful run was caught in the backfield and got away.
And what happened was two Titans ran into each other. He appears to be, there's a couple of guys down right now. I don't see who's down. Is it their quarterback?
I think it is.
Boy, what hustle by Hasibi getting down there and running him out of bounds eventually.
And he's out of bounds at what looks to be about the 6-yard line. And it'll be 1st and goal. 11 seconds left to go. And the Saxons have one timeout left. You know, if they had an effective kicker, he'd be out there on the field about now.
Well,
what I would do is I would take a knee or center the ball if you had a good kicker and use the timeout. I think they have one. Yeah. And if they did, that's what I would do. But they do not have an effective kicker. They've been very much challenged on the extra points even, and we blocked the last one. So what would you do, Steve?
Well, I would. You're going to run it once, and you're going to run it to the right side. And if you don't get it, then I'd call the timeout. I'd go for the kick.
Yep. So I would give it to Bradford as well. 6-yard line, 11 seconds left to go in the ball game, but the Saxons have one timeout left.
He's got the leg to do it from there, but you're right. It is kind of a bit of a mystery. So are they going to run the Wildcat here?
Looks like they are. Bradford is the quarterback, number 23. He's been a thorn in our side all night. He's going to take it right up the middle, and he is going to be into the end zone. Touchdown, Bradford. And that will do it. Barring a huge play, that
7 seconds left. Well,
Bradford right up the middle, followed those two big blockers, and he dove into the end zone. The Saxons lead by a score of 33-28. And they're very slow getting the extra point team back onto the field. I think they're going to go for 2, and I would go for 2 as well to give them a 7-point lead. They're up by 5, and Bradford is met and hit very hard, and he will not get the 2-point conversion.
Was that Charlie Daves or Chris Wick?
Might have been Chris Wick. Bo Perez also in on the play. 7 seconds left. The Titans need a run back. That is their only hope, is to run this back for a touchdown. Wow. A game and season saving drive, I believe, for North High School, as they had the ball on their 25-yard line and about 2 minutes left to go in the game, and they put it in to take the lead. What a disappointment for San Marino.
Well,
What
a
a
big.
disappointment.
What made that was that big quarterback run. Obviously, they had him. Back down, and they got lucky and pick up some big yards. And CB makes the save. They're going to call a timeout. And if they were able to stop them, then it would have been a mystery. But unable to stop them running that wildcat up the middle.
Yep. So Richardson and Hobby are talking to the official, and they might be telling them any type of a special play they have, like a backwards pass or something like that, so that they wouldn't throw a flag or blow a whistle. I don't know. But I believe that they called a timeout. The Saxons did their final timeout.
If they kick it short to one of it like Wick, or I don't know if they'll run it. I think they'll just go down and take their chance on a long run or a long pass. But
wow, man, Steve, the agony and the ecstasy.
oh boy, after a very quiet third quarter, both teams came out and put up some points here in the fourth quarter.
20-20 at the end of the third quarter, correct?
Yeah.
Or was it 14-14?
14-14.
14-14. 19 points for the Saxons, 14 points for San Marino, and that's the difference right there. North to kick off, right down the middle. Taken by Pfeffer, and he falls on at the 30-yard line. So the Titans have 5 seconds and maybe one play, maybe two. So whatever Mike Hobby has in his bag of tricks, we're going to see it now. First down, Titans. Down doesn't matter at all. 5 seconds left to go, ball at the 30-yard line.
Well, they're in prevent, and I always hate prevent because you throw it underneath and you allow someone to get ahead of steam.
So this is going to be a miracle, and we're going to scream, or it's going to be the end of another fine season. And the snap is fumbled.
Timeout.
Short falls on it. 1 second left to go. And is that the game?
Ladies and gentlemen,
I think it is. That's the ball game. Titans lose.
Well, that's too bad. Torrance escapes with a victory, 33-28, Mitch.
Takes the game and advances to the semifinals of the Division 9 11-man football playoffs.
Wow, well, that'll do
Of
it.
the Norte Vista Great Arlington matchup. Ladies and
Titans,
gentlemen, thank you for coming
come
to tonight's game.
oh so close.
Weekend.
and
Thank you,
they are
and good
unable
night.
to cash it in. Steve, your final thoughts for the season?
Well, 9-2-1 is a great season. Unfortunately, had to end on some errors here on in this game. But the question is, Mitch, is this Mike Hobby's last game as the head coach of the Titans?
I have an idea, but I don't know. So
Either do I. I mean, I have my thoughts on that as well. I certainly hope he stays, but with his grandson graduating, who knows?
final score is Torrance North High School, or North Torrance High School, whatever it's called, 33, and San Marino 28.
The home, just call it the home of the Beach
That's
Boys.
right. For Jasmine Lee, our producer, thank you, Jasmine. Done a great job the whole game yourself. No relief up here. Stuck between Steve and I. Give you a lot of credit. And Steve taught on Mitch Lehman. Another great season of Titan football is in the books as San Marino advances to the second round of the CIF playoffs and are unable to hang on to advance to the semifinals. Final score, North 33 and San Marino 28. Thanks for watching. See you in 9 short months, we hope. I can't wait to get back to Titan football, where Steve's son will be a junior and probably be playing under the Friday night lights as well.
That's right, and more than Glover coming is we'll have some experience coming back for the Titans. But thank you, Mitch. It's been a wonderful season, and I've enjoyed my Friday nights with you.
Always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Thanks for watching. Good night. Thank you, Jasmine.